3, 2, 1, and...
Hello and welcome to A Gypsy's Kiss. It's Friday Fenndango, and I'm Shelley Carney.
And I'm Toby Eunice. Thanks for joining us tonight. We got lots of stuff to do. Emails to read, text messages, some voicemails to listen to. Then we're going to open up the lines. But Shelley had kind of an interesting rabbit hole that we were chasing down this afternoon. So we're going to start off with that. It was kind of a fun rabbit hole. So where's Shelley? Shelley is right there, brother. Stay with us. You're right there, right?
I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm not a ghost or anything.
I missed that intro.
That was loud.
Yeah, it was. I just miss it. That's
That
everybody
blew
off their
out
seat.
anybody else's
Boom.
ears, but my goodness.
Okay. So Shelley and I did the softer side this afternoon. It was an interesting topic, fun topic.
4 o'clock, softside.live.
Yep.
Still there.
And then, I do several things. Number one, I transition the show from the softer side to a Gypsy's Kiss, so I'm in here for a while. I print out our emails. Are you going to read this?
Me or you, yeah.
Okay. I want you to read it.
Okay.
And then, so I print out our emails and I just transition the show, OBS and all of that over to that. And then I go in and make dinner, and my grandson Phoenix is staying with me this weekend because his mother Sean, is at Spanish Market, and his father Daryl is a coach for a local swimming team, and they're at the state finals this weekend. So in between time, so what I do is I go cook dinner. I go make dinner. And then, and Shelley, generally speaking, she gets her stuff all cleaned up after the softer side, and then she sits down and relaxes. And tonight she was reading a book, and she stopped me. She came over to, from the living room into the what do they call that thing? The kitchen
Counter.
defense mechanism.
Oh, the bar.
The kitchen bar. And she said, listen to this. And she read me a couple of things from this book that she was reading. And it was so Fenny. And the book has nothing to do with Fenn. But it was so Fenny. I said, we need to read that stuff tonight. Because it was just, It was Davio music, But before we get started.
Housekeeping, you want to?
Let's do a little housekeeping. First of all, make sure that before you leave tonight, you like our video. Because Donnie and Marie like it when you like our videos.
They do. How about the Captain and Tennille?
Captain and Tennille too, yeah. In addition to that, we would appreciate it if you'd share our video with your family, your friends.
Your Facebook community.
I haven't gotten there yet. Your family, your friends, your neighbors, your business associates, and the entirety of your social networks so that we can
grow the channel.
And finally, if you're not already a subscriber and you're looking at us right now and you're saying, oh, those two people are so genial and so kind to one another, no drama llamas kind of thing, I should subscribe. So click on that subscribe button, and when the notification bell pops up, ring the notifications bell.
Ring, ring.
Como que ring, ring?
Where's
what?
My pen?
Here, it's over here.
You stole my pen. I can't ring, ring
¿Qué
without my pen.
pasó con el ring? Press on that notifications bell, and that way, whenever we start a live stream or whenever we schedule a live stream, you will be immediately informed and
in the know.
In the know, and there's nothing better than being in the know. In addition to that, if you're trying to reach out to us in the chat room, make sure you precede your comment with an @ the little squirrely @
like Jim
Sisk.
Sisk.
Space like Jim Sisk has done. A Gypsy's Kiss. You have to include the spaces and the apostrophe, and that way we can see it on our screen because it highlights it on our screen in front of us. So that way we'll make sure we address your question or your comment. In addition to that, if you'd like to send us a text message to 8665. Oops, did I poke you there? Sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
866-597-9901. That's 866-597-9901. Call now. Text
you can text a message there, or before we open the phone lines, you can leave a voicemail, which is always more fun because then we get to share your voice and your thoughts with the entire room. Now, I will warn you in advance, the voicemail is limited to 2 minutes, so make sure you make your points early and finally.
Often.
Early and often. Finally, as in fine, F-I-N-E.
Oh, finally.
Not finally. But, and then, if you would like to contribute to our project, one way you can do that is look down at the bottom of the chat, your chat window, and you'll see a stylized $sign that's been grayed out. You can use that not only to donate to our project, but you can also make a comment or add a question. We'll be sure to read it on the air.
Pops up in a beautiful box.
And
It's
in
many
addition to
colors.
it's many colors. Go for the red.
Red's our favorite color.
And you will hear that sound, and Shelley will thank you for making that contribution.
As
Now,
will Toby.
the problem with that whole, not that I'm complaining, don't get me wrong, is YouTube takes 30% off the top before they give us anything, which is crazy. So if you want to make sure you don't give YouTube that 30%, you can also donate to our PayPal account. It's paypal.me/Gypsy's Kiss. It's in the description box below. And so they only take 1.3%.
Is this my hearing or my loudness?
That's how loud you are.
Oh, this is my hearing.
Yes. Are we too louder?
No, I couldn't hear myself.
Oh. Wait, that's you right there. Did you just do that right there? Right there.
The one with my name on it.
Yeah, okay. You're good. So now can you hear yourself?
Yes,
Yeah,
I think
that's
so.
much better.
Much better.
So do me a favor,
Thank
take
you,
off your
Davey
headset. She was about to, she was looking in the camera, and she was,
Look how pretty I am when I'm not wearing this stupid headset.
So put that headset on.
My hair was especially pretty today. And
Yeah.
I had to put the stupid
Had to
headset
put
on
the
it.
headset on, but you look so good. You look so professional when you're in the headset. And then, of course, I have to tell you why I'm not wearing a tie, nor will I. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let Shelley tell you because it's her issue, not mine.
My issue, now, here's the deal, okay? So I have secured myself a mentor to look at my business, my channel, my Facebook, and all of that, and to advise me on the ways to grow my channel and my presence on the internet. And he made the comment of...
The
"Who's
mentor.
that?" Right. He watched my softer side video, and he says, "Who's that guy sitting next to you? What's his deal?" Because he looks like some sort of engineering professor, and he's
Well, it
about
could have
to
been
give
worse. It
me
could
a
have been
quiz, and I'm all
mafioso.
intimidated. Why is he? Why does he have to wear that tie and look so intimidating? So I said, okay, well, I guess he doesn't have to wear the tie. So I spoke to Toby about removing the tie because he becomes too intimidating to people when he's wearing that. And he needed to be more casual because he's already somewhat of an intimidating persona. If you don't know him well, you don't know how jolly and generous and loving he is. You look at him and you say, oh, there's a scary guy. And so the tie just added to that persona of intimidation. So I asked him not to wear the tie for the softer side. So he decided he's going to go casual all day casual Fridays. So, yeah.
I do want to point out that it left me 100 ties short of my goal of wearing all 200 of my ties.
3D Bronze said, something cold and shiny headed your way soon.
3D Bronze, the artist that produced the
Clasp necklace?
the clasp necklace from the Fenn treasure.
Which one's my
You can find him at.
audio button?
Pardon me?
Which one's my audio button? This one?
That one. Do you want to not stop talking? They can't hear you. That one, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I had to clear my throat.
Todo technical and all.
Is the mentor millennial? No, he's actually a few years older than me.
He's with SCORE, the Senior Corps of Retired Executives, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is he SCORE?
Yeah. He said he
So-
graduated from college in 81, so how old is he?
Let's see. I graduated from college. Well, I would have graduated from college in 70, so he would be
In his early
11
60s.
11 years younger than me. So he's around 59, 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still has a business. He has
Yeah.
his own business.
Yeah,
so.
he's not ready to retire yet. So anyway, he looked at the imagery and said that I looked too intimidating with the tie on. So I'm
So-
trying to look less intimidating.
In case
I'm
our
just gonna be
Facebook friends don't hang around very long, because my mentor said people on Facebook don't like to watch long videos. I'm going to say hi to Gwyneth Lewis, Greg Jorgensen, and Christopher Calkins. Hey.
Laura James is in the room. She says no tie is good. I don't know. I think that's a generalization that somebody could make against ties if you didn't happen to like ties. I happen to like ties.
Yeah, I know.
But since apparently the softer side audience finds it intimidating, I'm going to go back to my casual self.
Casual Fridays.
I do want you to know that I am wearing a pair of wool slacks and some wingtip shoes with black knee-high socks on. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, where are those?
Where are those?
As if you have anything on under there.
Whoa, let's not go there. Wait, tell him the story about the. But he
What was
asked
the
you.
question about a mathematical algorithm in the poem?
What?
Oh, interesting question.
I didn't see the question. Christy Shire says you are handsome with or without a tie.
That's nice.
Thank
What were you
you,
going
Christy.
to say, though?
Are you
before
single?
we interrupted you.
The story about when you mentioned that we were going on a vacation.
Oh, yeah. He's like, as long as you're not out of town, we'll get back together at the end of August, or we'll see if we want to get back together at the end of August. And I said, no, I wouldn't be going on vacation until September 7th, and that I would be going with Toby and Kevin and me and where we were going. And he looked at me like, how's that work out that there was 3 of us going? And I said, it's great because my husband and I are kind of like introverts. So if we go out to a restaurant or something, we're very quiet and we don't talk much. And then we have Toby, who's an extrovert. So he talks to the waiter, the waitress, and the manager, and all the people around us, and basically makes everything a party. So it's a lot more fun that way.
He makes everything a party.
That's right.
Who's that from? From William.
No tie reminds me of the original days of AGK.
We're back to the original days.
Back
We're
to
going
basics.
Back to basics, brother. No more ties. I'm okay with it. I went to and cried into my pillow just a little bit, but I'm okay.
I'm not really sure, LR, if you mean the poem that we wrote when we hid our treasure, or if you're talking about the Fenn poem. So, LR, would you specify which poem you're talking about?
Oh, Toby fan. Not only did I have to wear them through high school at St. Michael's High School, but when I got into business in Washington, D.C., it was a tie world there. Okay, so let's talk about your little rabbit hole.
Oh, alrighty.
So this happened this afternoon while I was making dinner, and Shelley was
And
reading.
for those of you who are interested in what book this is from, it's Dr. Wayne Dyer, Wishes Fulfilled, Mastering the Art of Manifesting. And I've been reading that this week, and it's been very interesting. I really enjoy it. And this is from chapter 4. He starts off the chapter, The First Wish is Fulfilled Foundation, Using Your Imagination. That's the name of the chapter. And he starts off with a quote from Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world.
I would like to point out that he spelled imagination correctly each time he used it.
And knowledge.
And I'm sorry, it was knowledge. It wasn't imagination. So when she read that to me, I'm going like, oh, this chapter is a Fenny chapter, because that's the famous Fenn quote that he borrowed from Albert Einstein. Actually, it's Albert Einstein quote that Fenn borrowed from him. So
Well, yeah.
okay,
he
so
quoted
that was
him.
the first thing. But wait, there's more.
Okay. Then he quoted from English poet William Blake. And I looked...
Don't worry about it.
It's all right. Then I looked it up and found out that William Blake wrote this quote within a letter that he was writing to a priest who had commissioned him for paintings. The priest was dissatisfied with the paintings and didn't think it looked like what he thought it should have looked like. And so this is a quote from that letter. The tree which moves some to tears of joy is in the eyes of others only a green thing that stands in the way. I should mention that green is a capital G.
Which I thought was interesting.
Some see nature all ridicule and deformity, and some scarce see nature at all. But to the eyes of the man of imagination, nature is imagination itself.
How is that not Fenny in this book? What was the other one? Wasn't there one more? Mm-hmm. Okay.
There's one more. And this one is from Henry David Thoreau. If one advances confidently in the direction of his dreams and endeavors to live the life which he has imagined, he will meet with a success unexpected in common hours.
So anyway, she was reading this stuff to me, and I said to myself, I know of Dr. Wayne Dyer. I don't read his books because I read politics, and so I knew of him, but I had never read him. He is a New York Times best-selling author, and I thought it was interesting that in the chapter he entitles
Chapter 4.
Chapter 4.
It's sorry.
Did you lose the page?
Chapter 4. Chapter 4.
Anyway.
Where's Chapter 4. I didn't know you wanted to look at it somewhere.
I just wanted to. Chat me.
I'll find it.
Okay.
You got another super chat.
It's the chapter entitled "Imagination." He starts with Fenn's quote, and then he has that Blake quote and the Thoreau quote that both sound like something Fenn would write in his book. Using your imagination. Right? But what was really interesting to me was that in the Blake quote, as he writes back this letter to this priest that it was critical of the artwork that he had done for him, he uses the green in a color, as a color. In the eyes of others, only a green thing, a tree, is only a green thing, and he capitalizes the G in green, and it's in the middle of the sentence. It's not even, it isn't even poetry, it's prose.
And if you'd like to see the original letter, you can find it online. If you just look up William Blake, tree green thing is what I put in, and you'll be able to see the original letters, which are being held in a museum in Britain, and they have them online for you to look at.
The United Kingdom.
So you can see
that sounded very sassy.
the
Isn't that very
original,
sassy?
that it was a capital
Did you
G.
take care of William again?
No.
That's a super chat from William, $4.99. Maybe certain clues doesn't make sense logically. Whoa, okay. Well, I'm going to have to do a translation there. Maybe certain clues don't make sense logically, and imagination is required to make it fit. Absolutely. I think that's the whole, that's the deal. The deal is you've got to imagine what Fenn is trying to say to you in those 9 clues that logically don't make any sense. Not far, but too far to walk. Logically, that doesn't make any sense, but it is a metaphor for something, as we have discussed.
James Casey also gave us a $2 super chat.
Oh.
You look good in a tie.
Is that to you or to me?
I think you look good in a
okay.
tie. I don't wear ties.
Yeah.
I wear necklaces. And by the way, this is another one of those necklaces that Scott gave us.
That we're going to hide on our travels when we go up north next in September.
Very cool.
Okay. No, it wasn't William Blake that shot Lincoln. Who said that? I'm going to...
William Blake was a poet and apparently a painter. I didn't
Yeah.
know, but now I know more about him today.
Rafael Perla is over in our Facebook page.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we want to do emails first?
Yeah, let's do some emails.
All right. Go. I'll read this one.
Am I
'Cause it's-
loud enough now, Davio? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I turned my sound up a little.
Well, hang on. Talk to me.
And Kurt Nichols also said it was too low. I turned it up, but
Just
So-
talk in your normal tone.
I am.
You're fine now.
Okay.
I'm starting to pick up the fan. I don't want to do
Yeah, I
that.
don't want to do that.
Okay,
either.
this is a Gmail
But I can turn
from...
myself back down now. Okay.
This is an email
Yeah.
from the softer side to a Gypsy's Kiss. Is that correct?
Yeah.
It says...
Do you want me to read it or do you want to read
No.
it? Okay.
So I don't know whether you guys know, last week Shelley uploaded her first solo Udemy course to course to Udemy, and it's called How to Be Your Own Life Coach. And she says, she wrote me to let me know that I signed up my first student through Udemy for my How to Be Your Own Life Coach course.
Yay!
The course regularly sells for $89. The course regularly sells for $89.99 and is a great tool for designing your dream life. I know, I kind of follow the rules. The Udemy Summer Scale has ended, however. I'm offering a special deal to those who watch a Gypsy's Kiss. Enter the coupon code LifeCoach19, all uppercase. LifeCoach19, except for the 19, of course. LifeCoach, all uppercase, 19, no spaces. And pay only $19.99, just $19.99. For $19.99,
That's right.
you can get the $89.99 Life Coach course. For this course, now through August 15th, go to the link. Oh, she sent me the link. Did you put the link in the description box?
Oh, I didn't put it in this one. Well, yeah, I did. Wait. Yeah, it's there.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Okay, so there's a link in the description box below. If you want to take advantage of this offer for the $89.99 course, you can get it for $19.99 if you use the coupon code LifeCoach19. Please let me review and purchase this course. Please leave me a review to let me know how the coach has helped you, or if you have any questions or problems with it. Thank you all so much for your support. Regards, Shelley Carr.
Yay!
Very nice. Well done.
Thank you.
Your course.
It sold. It sold one. I was so excited.
Okay, you want to read this? Your turn.
Okay, this is from Paul, entitled Australian Documentary Film, and this is the Paul that we met at Fenndango, as he says here. This is Paul, the Australian documentary filmmaker from the Fenndango. I wanted to reach out to thank you so much for talking with us. It was so much fun to hear about the treasure and the search from all of you. Thank you for sharing your stories with us, and I really hope to see you all again, perhaps in the Rockies. I also wanted to make sure you have my contact in case you need to reach me about anything and to introduce the director of the film, Anthony Frith.
He's the Australian guy, right?
He has a real passion for the chase, but sadly couldn't make it to the Fenndango this time. He'll likely be in touch with you in the near future as the project progresses. Best wishes, Paul. I'll let you keep that since you didn't get a copy.
Paul and Madeline, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. They did interview us at Fenndango. Very, I liked their questions. They were very good. So I don't know if you recall, but on Wednesday I had a call from a gentleman, and I don't remember his name. He calls it Brown. His email address is Brown Purchase, is T Brown Caller, and this was the one where he was referring to Lake Abundance.
Yeah, I think he just goes by T Brown.
Is that what it is? Okay. So he's referring to Lake Abundance, and I said, you know what? This is hard to follow. Could you please help me do something? You know, send me a picture or an image that I could do it, and he did. So I'm going to share the screen with you so you guys can see it. And then I'm just going to read what he sent us. All right? Now, what I still can't figure out is I get a sense of these landmarks that he's referring to, but I can't tell distance and direction. I don't get a sense of the arrows point to the place. Now, this is up in, I think he said Montana, but there's the Gallatin National Forest there. There's the Absarock Range, the Beartooth Range. So that's up above, right about where Cody is, going north from Cody.
Absaroka County.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah.
So he
For
says...
those of you who don't know Longmire, the TV show, they actually used the Fenn treasure hunt, but they called it something else. But they said a lot of people were looking in Absaroka County in the Absaroka Mountains.
So I just want to take this message. 719, I got your message. You have to send me an email with your address on it and ask me the same thing. The answer is yes. All you have to do is ask by email because I need your email address to do it, or your screen, whatever Facebook screen name you have. So this is again from T. Brown. This is the map that he sent me with the arrows, and he gives these landmarks. I think that's it because, like I said, there's no distances and directions with him. He calls the map Lake Abundance. And he writes WWWH equals Granite Peak, Park County, Iceberg Peak. Canyon Down equals Goose Lake to Goose Creek. Oh, he is kind of giving directions there. So Goose Lake to Goose Creek. So the Granite Peak Park County line is up here. That's where warm water's halt, but he doesn't explain why. Canyon down is Goose Lake to Goose Creek. and I think-
BOTG stands for Boots on the Ground.
Right. Not far but too far to walk. Trail 242 right there. Home of Brown, marked square of the home from 1800s, the 1800s. No, there it is right there. So there's a little marker right there. And this is the problem with these maps, is this is why you can't, it's very difficult to not be boots on the ground, because it's hard to tell what these things are. When you get there, you find out that this is actually a 3-mile stretch of land in that little oval there. Marvel Gaze is Wolverine Mountain. So he's highlighted all these landmarks. Meek, he's not sure. Drawing nigh, north towards Nye Town. That's this arrow right here. And Marvel Gaze is Wolverine Mountain. So in all of this, he's found these landmarks that have, he believes, have some meaning in the context of the metaphors in the poem. I'm not quite sure, and I think this was the problem that he was trying to describe. I'm not quite sure how all of that gets you to the treasure, but he has identified some of the landmarks that he believes are represented by the metaphors in the poem. I believe whatever place you get to will have a good view of the mountain. I believe you should head north towards Nye on Stillwater River. It could also be going north up to Horseshoe Mountain, Rock Creek. Don't have much more than that. He says sorry, but that was very good. You don't have to be sorry for providing us that information. Thank you for going through the trouble and pointing out those landmarks that we were trying to work out in the telephone call, which was difficult for both of us. So.
Kurt Nichols, for just having started yesterday, I think you are very close, because I agree. I think it's within a 90-minute drive of Fenn's home in Santa Fe.
I think it is by his childhood home.
Well, and then he continues on.
Oh, we're loose. You have to think how much kind of an idiot. Yeah. Yeah, we've had that same conversation. Okay. Oh, I printed that out twice. Your turn.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
No. Well,
Read
get
it,
the one
but you know
underneath
what?
it.
No. You can read that because
Oh.
I need to. What I didn't do
Or
is.
I could read this long one.
Do you have the quick question one?
It's in there somewhere. I think
Go
I
ahead and read
printed
that
it. Yeah,
while I'm
it's at
doing
the
this.
bottom.
Okay.
Okay, this is from Cow Lasers, 2019 Search Your Coin Hunt. A hint to the current proxy hunt and another proxy item hidden. Listen at the 55-minute mark to
And it gives a video
the
link, right?
YouTube
Okay. So
video.
here. So read that again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this video
A
link.
hint to the current proxy hunt and another proxy item hidden. Listen at the 55-minute mark.
And what I'm going to do is I am going to put that link to the description box below, go to the 55-minute mark, and apparently there is a hint to the current proxy item in one of Cal Lazar's and one of Mike Cowling's treasure hunts. I have the hiccups. So I put it, oh, Jesus. Jesus. Like he's going to help me at this point.
Is that what he sounds like? Thunder?
Again. Oh. Yeah, it is thundering outside. So if we lose internet, it's the thunder's fault, or the lightning's fault. I guess.
It could happen.
Okay, so the YouTube link is in the description box.
Box.
The YouTube link is in the description box below, and if you go to the 55-minute mark in that link, there apparently is a hint to the latest
A hint to the current proxy hunt
and another proxy.
and another proxy item hidden.
Ooh, gotcha.
So listen to
Okay,
that.
so I have some pictures for you. Let's see. This is treasure search. Okay. Can I open these from there? Just give me 1 second.
Wilbur.
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 Get your butt back in here.
That was Mr. Ed's friend. Wilbur.
Oh, is that who that was? Okay, so Wilbur sent us three.
A rock wall.
Okay, I've got 3 pictures to share with you while I read the next of our emails. So let me go back to the screenshot. There it is. That's
Wilbur.
Wilbur. All right. This is entitled Treasure Search, and it's from M.E. Hodge. Oh, his letters are meh. Like meh. To Toby and Shelley, I have been a viewer of A Gypsy's Kiss since sometime in February. I have never commented in the blog or anything. I do enjoy it, and recently my wife and I have went boots on the ground in Colorado, BOTG, he writes. I sent Mr. Fenn the following email and got no reply from him. That, sir, is not unusual. I wasn't surprised by that. I just wanted to run this solved by someone with more experience and get your comments. Here's what he says he sent to Fenn. Hello, Mr. Fenn. I hope you are doing well. Just wanted to take a minute and send you a note. My wife and I would like to thank you for the thrill we had of taking our first search trip. We had hopes of finding the treasure, but failed or someone beat us to it. Ooh, I have a second place video coming up here.
That's the theme of the year.
Let's see. Together we had hopes of finding the treasure, but failed or someone beat us to it. The adventure and our time together was wonderful, even though we were disappointed. What?
Oh, that's the email you requested. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Even though we were disappointed, we were not heartbroken because we never dreamed we would do something like this. We normally would not go on trips all alone, but only with other groups. Our time and adventure together was priceless. I will tell you where we went just for your information in case we were correct and just was too late getting there. We lived in Southwest Virginia and flew... Oh, I'm sorry, not past tense. We live in Southwest Virginia and flew to Denver, Colorado. We rented a Jeep and drove to Canyon City, Colorado. I believe Warm Water's halt was at Cripple Creek, Colorado. Take it down to Canyon City. Is it Canyon or Canyon City? Not far, a 4-mile creek, too far to walk. The home of Brown would be a UPS facility at Penrose. No place for the meek, the Phantom Canyon Road. The end, ever drawing nigh, double omegas in back of the thrill of the chase, was a clue for the 2 tunnels on Phantom Canyon. No paddle up your creek, the clue about getting paddled at school. Heavy loads and water high was a clue for old narrow gauge railroad and Phantom Canyon floods. Been wise and found the blaze was a sign at Wilbur, Colorado, with a yellow ribbon tied around it and a shiny elevation marker on post.
Brian Eagle says it's pronounced Canyon City.
Thank you. I wasn't sure because there is no Y, nor is there a tilde over the N, tilde. So that's the picture with the Wilbur elevation 8625, and some sort of polished marker there with a yellow ribbon tied around it. Let's see, elevation marker. Look quickly down your quest to cease is the old cistern on property where old schoolhouse once was. Terry Scant and Marvel Gaze look closely at the stones around the top of the cistern. I think we have a picture of that as well, do we? There we are. So that's the cistern. Look closely at the stones around that. Property where old schoolhouse once was. I felt like this was a perfect solve because this site also had several flat stones laying down on the ground at this site. Thought it would remind you of the French soldiers' grave markers in Vietnam you came across. I also had came across some photos on the internet, coloradopast.com, ghost town photography of Wilbur. Of the cistern, and noticed something at the top of the cistern on the right side. When we went there on July 11th and could not find the treasure, we took our own photos of the cistern. After looking at our photos today and making comparisons, it appears to have something missing on the top right. Let me see if that's the last photo. Okay, there it is. So he says there's something missing on the top right up here. I showed it. So I don't know. So that's the top right of this cistern from a particular angle. We don't know what degree is on it. After looking at our photos and listening, coming in, something top of the right. Could we have been correct just too late? We do not plan to ever make another trip looking for the treasure because we are both retired, and although we are somewhat blessed, it is just not our financial budget to do this again. But thank you so much for the thrill of a lifetime. Thank you for your service to our country as well. If you could respond to this, it would be awesome to know if we were correct. Thanks, Mike and Debbie. I would conclude that if there was no answer, it is probably that you are not correct, but I am not Fenn. So it could mean anything. This was part of the Gold Belt Tour route, Cripple Creek, down Shelf Road, and back up Phantom Canyon. Start and ends almost at the same place, double omegas again. Additional info, meaning of the word halt in one dictionary is lame, cripple. Like my friend Pedro. Meaning of the word quest in one dictionary was quarry or open pit, such as a cistern. Meaning of the word scant in one dictionary is a block of stone, as in masonry. The signpost at Wilbur has been changed between 2010 and July 2019. It does not have the yellow ribbon, not surprisingly, and shiny elevation marker on it any longer. I have included pictures to show you this, as well as the cistern and then and now. So this is an image. This image is an old image that he saw, and it no longer has the yellow ribbon and the elevation marker, although I've never seen an elevation marker in that shape. That's the cistern as it appeared at one time, and this is the cistern as it appeared now. So I'm not going to play the second place because I don't feel like that that qualifies as a solution. Sorry, my opinion. But if it's just my opinion, then I will play second place video.
Theme of the year. There you go, a little bit of a crazy bird at the end there.
We need a Crazy Birds video
for Sassy, who requested that.
Oh, she wants a Crazy Birds video?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll find something for you, Sassy. You deserve that. Okay.
I'll turn that back to that. I don't know why. The music is so loud, I had to turn it down. A quick question for Toby. Okay. Hi, Toby. This is Jerry from Mississippi?
Mississippi.
I'm a retired first sergeant in the U.S. Army and a Fenn treasure searcher.
Thank you for your service.
I found something interesting on Google Maps and wanted to get a second opinion. If I sent you a photo, would you mind taking a quick look and letting me know what you see? Think of it as a Forrest Fenn Rorschach test. Hope to hear from you soon. I'm a big fan of your YouTube live chats. Thanks. And he sent the photo.
Well, I said...
You wrote him back and asked him for the photo, and he sent the photo. Thanks, Toby. Here's the photo.
Okay, so here's the photo to me, and he said a Forrest Fenn Rorschach test. So I'll share that with you guys, and you guys tell me what you think you see. Okay, everybody ready? Put attention, you fellows. That was Brother Aloysius. Whack. So Brother Aloysius was my drafting teacher, and he used to walk around the room, and if you looked like you were, that was before there were phones, and you're not passing notes to 22 other guys in the room.
There's no girls to pass notes.
There's no girls to pass notes. So if you weren't paying attention or you weren't doing the drafting work, he would walk up behind you, and he would turn his college class ring around so it was facing this way, and he would slap you up the back of the head. And that thing, I always felt like he just crushed my skull. Because it hit so hard. Not that he did that a lot, but he was Hispanic. He was from Spain, and so his English was accented, and he would say things. He would say things to us.
They're all waiting for this Rorschach test, and you're going on and on about Aloysius.
Brother Aloysius. Brother Aloysius. Okay, so this is the picture. It looks like it should be rotated slightly, but I can't do this in this format.
I see the number 3.
Where do you see the number 3? Oh, there.
Meh, meh.
Like that. I see a horse.
You see a horse?
Yeah. What do you guys see?
Horse is a horse,
Buffalo.
of course.
So there's
of
the
course.
head.
Yeah, I can see the horse.
And there's the chest, and there's
Yeah,
the
I get
leggies,
it,
there's
I
the
get it.
back, there's
Yeah.
the tail,
Yeah,
and there's the other leggy right
I
there.
get it. That's right.
A horse.
Horse is a horse, of course, of course.
The problem with that strategy, who was that?
Jerry.
Jerry is, I don't think I've ever heard Forrest, other than in the book when he talks about he and Donnie going up into Red Canyon on horses, getting lost on horses. I've never heard him talk about horses.
And,
But-
and he rented or borrowed that one.
Yeah, they borrowed it.
It wasn't his.
Yeah. So horses you don't want to own a horse, trust me.
No, I don't want to own a horse.
Pain in the ass.
Cody the buffalo.
Oh, good guess. Yeah,
Okay. I don't see a buffalo, but maybe.
it's balls.
Did you see that video of that buffalo tossing that little girl?
No.
It was crazy.
Did she try to go up and pet him or what?
They-
Well, people are
it
going to
was a
understand.
family, right? And there's the mom and the dad, and then there's like a 9-year-old girl.
It's on YouTube?
I saw it on Trevor Noah. So and they're looking at this buffalo. The hell?
Sorry.
Telling a story.
Sorry, I clicked the wrong button. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
They're I think it's in Yellowstone, and they're looking at this buffalo, and they got close to it, like really like you would if you were working with cows, and you would just walk up to a cow that you were working with, you know. And this buffalo got tired of people being in his space, so he chased them. And the mom and the dad ran off. And here's this little 9-year-old girl, and she's starting to try to run away, and it comes up behind her
And it'll
and
hook you from
flips
behind,
her.
yeah.
And you see her fly through the air. Now, they said she was checked out and she's okay and everything. No, nothing bad happened to her. She's okay. But no, dude,
They're wild animals.
they are. And they're huge. And their heads are
Have you ever seen a buffalo neck?
gigantic.
They're like that. If that buffalo hooks you
Man.
from behind and flips you.
She just went, boo,
Yeah.
like she had just jumped on a trampoline really hard.
On the other hand, it's people like that eventually become fighter pilots. They liked it so
Luckily,
much.
she was okay, but it was Trevor Noah, and he was like, "But that kid, man, for the rest of her life, you put your dishes away." No, yeah, I don't think so. Remember when you left me and a buffalo tried to kill me? And so
Wow.
she's got something on mom and dad. They ran off and left her.
Okay, read
Yeah,
those and I'll
stupid
find the
people.
pictures.
You're right, Sassy.
Let's see, crescent.
But
So
yeah, crazy.
crazy.
Don't mess with wild animals.
Any kind of wild animal.
The Yellowstone National Park is not a zoo. It is a park.
Okay,
Where
read and
animals
I'll
live.
find pictures. Read that and I'll find pictures.
Okay,
I think that
3D
works better.
bronze.
Wow.
Ben Fiorello. Fiorello.
Fiorello. What are your
Can't
thoughts
talk.
on the anagrams in the poem? So Ben, I'm sorry when you ask us a question like because we don't think the anagram we don't believe in anagrams as a solution. And the anagrams in the poem, what's that one that we keep getting? Jibby.
Jibby.
Ay,
Jibby.
yeah,
That was so weird.
I think anagrams are a big stretch, but
Yeah.
that's us.
Ay, ay, ay,
But
ay,
thank you for your
Jibby.
$1.99. Thank you. I'd like to find one of these questions where I could say, yes, I absolutely agree. Let's see that intro one more time, Toby. No way. I'm going to get punched if I do 3D bronze. By the way, 3D bronze is the guy that created the pendant from the clasp on the treasure, matching the clasp on Fenn's treasure chest.
Isn't that in our? Didn't he post that in our Facebook group, or did we? Or picture of
Pictures. I think
it.
we
I
have
think there's
pictures.
a picture of it in the
But
Facebook group.
if you want to see what he did,
If you guys want to join our Facebook group, please do. It's what's it called? AGK's Facebook group on Facebook.
well, that's original.
What?
AGK's Facebook page on Facebook.
AGK's Facebook group. That's what it's
group,
called.
group. Yeah, it is.
That's what it's called.
Anyway, 3D, you can find his work because now I think he's doing a miniature chest.
Oh, yeah,
He's doing a
yeah.
bronze of the miniature chest. And he's at 3dbronze.com.
And you can post in the
can
Facebook
post in
group
the
with your pictures and what's for sale.
So somebody just said, LR says the park rules state that stay 75 yards away from the brown bison.
Because you're in their space. That's like his house. It's like walking into somebody's house you don't know. What do you expect?
Man, there's some storming going on.
That's right,
outside.
Stormin' Norman.
Stormin'
He's
Norman.
mad about this buffalo thing. Anyway, Crescent Moon is the name of this email.
Okay, I
From
am screenshotting
George
this. Oh, it's from
Fluke.
George?
George Fluke.
Oh, no, that's not our George.
And he says, "Hi, Shelley and Toby. I think you might be interested in what I found in my search area. On a hillside covered with 90-year-old tree stumps." I wonder how he knew. Did he count the rings?
You could.
I found a crescent moon-shaped stone.
Wait, no, you can't count the ring. You'd know how old that tree was, but you wouldn't know that it was.
How long ago it was cut down?
Maybe that's what he was trying to say.
Maybe.
I found some tree stumps of trees that were 90 years old when they were cut. Sorry.
I found a crescent moon-shaped stone.
That's it right there?
Am I wrong to feel some confirmation bias and say, this is it?
Nope.
I'm referring to, of course, the epilogue illustration in A Thrill of the Chase, and with hindsight would interpret it this way. The archaic woodsman indicates the trees were cut long ago, and the bird on the moon means it's not the moon, it's on Earth. Although I've spent days scouring this area using a metal detector, I still believe it might be there, so I won't be giving away the location. Thanks for all you've done, and please share the photos. Call me if you'd like more details.
So that does look like a crescent moon, and it would certainly, if I had that sort of, I believe the pictures in the book have something to do with the treasure hunt, that would certainly satisfy my confirmation bias, because it does look like a wonderfully shaped crescent moon with even a little place for the birdie. You could probably take that picture, put the birdie in it, and convince everybody that you're not far from. Who's that for?
That's for William again. What happened to the guy that made the chest replica?
Oh, Chris, is his last name Vanetti, or is that just the company? I don't know. I haven't heard anything since the announcement that he fell ill and there would be no... So the last I heard was a video that Sasha Johnston had made stating that Fenn had drawn the name of the winner and that they weren't going to pursue it because Chris had ended up in the hospital for some reason. And I haven't heard anything since then. So if anybody's heard anything since then, they shared with the room. I also got, and I'm not sure where I heard this. I'm hesitant to say it because I'm not sure from whence it comes. But I think I heard that he's not going to go through with the production of the chests because they were planning to produce 100 of them in various prices. Where did we hear that? Maybe I'm just making that
Wasn't
up.
me.
Never mind. So I don't know. Don't know what happened to him. Clarence, it's almost inhumane. Yes. No, well, the closest girls, Juno, who it is. Now that I can say that correctly. How did you survive that, Toby? What survived it is we had an all-girls school about a block away, and that made up for it. So we could study hard.
So they did things
Yeah.
like dances and stuff
Yeah.
together.
So they always planned, they used to have a mixer that happened 2 weeks before our homecoming. They scheduled a mixer. And that way they could ask you to the mixer in the expectation that you would ask them back to the homecoming. All my girlfriends, except one, were from Loretto. The only one, I had one from Santa Fe High. Nancy Jane Bandy.
Let's not get into that.
Santa Fe High School. But yeah, it actually made for a much better education because there were no distractions. Plus, I went as
Except
a
for the priest, the
Except for
brother
the-
coming up behind you and hitting you in the
smacking you on
head.
back of the- Put attention, you fellow. Quick question for Yaz. What is that? What is that word?
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of like yins, only it's
Like
yas.
Ewans? Like Yaz. Yaz. Use. Like use guys.
It's, but it's probably from
Quick question
south.
for use guys. It's from
Yes.
Jim. And he says, howdy, T and S.
Oklahoma. That's how they say it in Oklahoma.
Yeah, true. Howdy, T and S. 2 questions for Ya, if Ya don't mind. In response to a question someone posed about doing a deal with Forrest to make sure his body made it to the treasure site in his last moments of his life, Forrest responded to that question with, What is wrong with me just riding my bike out there and throwing it in the water high? That is, if I don't get hit by a train. Yeah, that one. Oh, let me go back to full screen here. Sorry.
Phew. I was really tight in there in that tiny little corner.
Water high, you don't hit by train. I believe the exact quote can be found at terryscant.com. I don't think that's the exact quote, but okay. Do you and Shelley believe a train or tracks are involved in the poem Solve? I know the area y'all were searching. Wow. Y'all were searching in, but just wanted to see if you believe that a train is somehow related to the Solve. Hear me all and listen good. Choo choo, LOL. Number 2. What is your opinion about the map on page 133 of The Thrill of the Chase? I have seen that map up close, and considering the area it shows, could it narrow the search area down considerably? Your thoughts, please. Thanks, Jim in Oklahoma. So the map on page 133 is the gold map in the
Poem page.
Poem page, crossing the poem page, and it shows New Mexico. It's a map of New Mexico. I think that was made in either 1885 or 1895. I can't remember the exact. And the reason is the counties are different between the two places. It was pre-New Mexico becoming a state. And if you look at it, it kind of finishes up around Santa Fe. It doesn't go much further north than Santa Fe. You can see where the old, what is now I-25 goes in Santa Fe and around Glorieta Pass and up into Las Vegas. So I've never had any sense that the map had specific value to the treasure chest. I think it was conveniently put there just because it was New Mexico and because it was an antique map.
And because the treasure's in New Mexico.
And it was because it was copyright free. So I actually did a blog post on that way back when on gypsykiss.com. So, but no, we don't think it has anything to do with it.
That's Jim Sisk.
Oh, hi, Jim Sisk.
Says, okay,
What's your message?
it's me in Oklahoma.
About the other thing, the water high, the train. So Shelley has a theory that deals with Rio de los Pinos. If you do where warm waters halt at Osher Station, take it in the canyon down, not far.
Because a halt is a place where a train stops.
Right.
And gets water at the water tower.
So we don't necessarily think the train tracks have anything to do with it, but Shelley thinks the train stopping at Osher Station. And then if you know the area, as you go down to the Rio de los Pinos, you drive down a set of switchbacks to get down the canyon. You can see it on the map. Hold on.
I kind of think that Rio de los Pinos is too far away. It's probably closer than that.
Really?
Yeah.
You told me that before we went 6 times.
Well, you were so sure.
I'm always sure.
Until you're
It's
not.
kind of my problem. My problem is that...
But I can't point to any place where it would be. I just think it's that close.
Well...
That's all I can say.
That solved that, what's his name? Jerry, you're going to tell, was going to share with us up there in...
Absaroka?
No. Jerry from Cruces Basin
Oh.
Wilderness, Jerry.
Yeah.
That's closer because you don't have to drive up into Colorado for that. And there's a lot of that fine area up there, too.
If you can get to it.
You can get to it. You'll need
We've never gotten to it.
Well,
Run into private property.
No. No, I'm talking about you actually, as you're going up 285 or 84, you head east while you're still in New Mexico to get to it. Way before any, you know that mountain that looks like a little, like a titty? What? Sorry, that's what it always reminds me of every time we pass it. It's way before that. Your left turn is way before that to get to the Cruces Basin. Let me show you something right here. Did that embarrass you? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to embarrass you. I just couldn't think of how else to describe it. Volcanic cone.
You need a horse. Why didn't they let us show that? That's weird.
What? Show what?
Sean Martinez says, AGK, you need a horse.
I need a horse.
And he made a winky face.
Why do I need a
and
horse?
And didn't show it that at first.
Okay. So I'm going to share...
See, Jim says, I think no paddle up your creek is because the creek in reality is train tracks.
Oh, well, you certainly can't paddle up train
Yes,
tracks.
Fenn does live in Santa Fe, Michael.
What's interesting to me is that the train, the Cumbres and Toltec Railroad train passes...
See?
What?
Mitzi... She's saving up all your little
clipped.
audio clips, and she's going to just put them all in
Put
one
them all
video.
in one video. So I want to share a screenshot with you here. Right. So this is our search area right there. There's the Colorado-New Mexico border. There's the place where we park. And if you look at this, this is a set of switchbacks that if you measure it distance-wise, it is not far, but it's too far to walk. Right. The distance as the crow flies from here to, right, I'm just going to say right there, is, oops, hang on. Measure distance as the crow flies from here to right there where you start your trek is a half mile.
Was it Toltec? I thought
So
it was
it's-
Rio de los Pinos when we take a drink.
What?
Drinking game.
Oh, so that's a half mile, right? It's not far, but because the only way you can get down is through this set of switchbacks, it is too far to walk. You end up driving, well, I don't know, it's like 22 miles, something like that. No, it's not. I'm just teasing. Okay, so Jim, we don't think it has to do with train tracks, but honestly, that's as good a solve as anybody else's I've heard. If you can put that baby together.
Why
You
not?
want to say hi to the room before we lose
Hi,
him?
room. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I shall do that. Let's see how far back we can go in the Wayback Machine.
Wayback Machine.
Is that Sherman and Mr. Peabody?
Oh, you have your picture of William Blake? The William Blake image?
Yeah, that's the letter he wrote.
Where's the green?
Where did I see it at? Green thing. Here.
Ah, wow. And that's definitely a capital G.
Uh-huh.
That is not a baby G.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can find this baby. Yeah, there's a baby G right there.
Interesting, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, track that one down. Wonder if Fenn knew who William Blake was. Oh, William Blake was. He knew who
Well, he
Thoreau
was painted,
Yeah.
so
So there. Put that in your smike and pulpit.
he made paintings.
All right.
As a
What were you
painter.
going to do?
I'm going to say hi to the room, but I only go back to 7:42.
Uh-oh. We're already at 8 o'clock? Dang. Dang nabbit. Let me see how far I go on Restream. 7:41.
There you
So everybody's
are.
still in the room.
All right.
Who would have come and left?
Well, let's say hello to the people who were in the room as of 7:42. Davio, Mitzi Moore TV, Evelyn Curie.
I'd like to say thank you to our moderators, including Mitzi Moore TV, Huli,
Toby Fan 3000,
Toby Fan
John
3000,
Warner.
John Warner, ES, who I haven't seen in the room
Yeah,
tonight.
ES was here.
Oh, he was? ES. And finally, Greg Keller, who...
We haven't seen ever since,
say,
I don't know,
well,
a long
gave up
time
his-
now.
Yeah, we're missing him.
Yeah. But thank you guys for being our moderators. We appreciate all that you do for us.
Go.
Kurt Nichols, who has only been in the chase for a day.
Wow. Welcome,
Yeah.
Kurt.
Michael Wimmer, Jennifer Norrid, I said Davio, William, Sean Martinez, Grizzly Bear,
What does
Debbie
it say?
Teal,
Toby played Private Paula, True Story.
Alan Kay, Brian Eagle.
Hi, honey.
That was Honey in the room.
Yeah.
Hi, Honey. See, that's why we go on vacation together. We're all in love.
Yeah, we're all in
Where was I? Brian Eagle, Hooley, Mr. T, Ob Ord, who we also know as George.
We have a voicemail from George.
Okay. J.A. Street, Buffalo Face. He saw a buffalo face in that picture.
Oh, that's good. That was a good one.
Jack. There's Eric Schmidt, one of our mods. And Ken Blythe.
Did you say Debbie
Ken
Teal?
Blythe, one of the people who donated to our PayPal. Thank you, Ken.
Oh, thank you, Ken. That was very kind of you. I wrote him a little email.
And Tom Sawyer, Tony Rusi, and Clueless Geezer. Did Forrest ever say the location of the treasure might start WWIII? World War III. Oh, I was like, Where warm waters? What? No, that's not it. Chibi. People are like, what the heck are you talking about? So put down for August, if so. Well, I didn't think he said it would start World War III. Did he say the location of the treasure might start World War III? I don't remember that.
Never heard that.
Tim Walker.
Abord says, I got the anagram that spells Fibberty Gibbets. That sounds like the same set of...
We have the Sassy, also known as
Hi,
Sherry.
Sassy. Sassy's going to be my guest host on August 2nd. She volunteered.
Oh, okay, good. AJ Rainville. And Journeyman is here. 3D Bronze.
By the way, if you guys haven't visited AJ's YouTube channel, you should do that. He's got some cool stuff on there. And his Monday nights are just fun. Just fun. Like fun.
But just fun.
And he does it without a tie.
Tieless.
He's tieless.
I'm timeless, but he's tieless. Ben Fiorello, Andrew Bargal,
Wow.
LR.
Got some names in there tonight, huh?
Lots of thunder out there. My goodness.
Yeah. If we go down, it's because there's a thunderstorm
Tim
going
Walker.
on outside,
DB Cooper.
which I'm a big fan of. But that's Mitzi. Mitzi is laughing at something.
We have Toby Fan 3000. John Werner. Oh, and by the way, John Werner, I don't know if you saw it, but we did sing to you on your birthday. Happy birthday. I know he's been gone a while.
Happy birthday.
Been busy.
Doing class, that's almost inhuman to do that to a young man. However, how'd you ever survive? Yeah, and I was a boarding student, even
Do you
worse.
know who it is?
Juno.
Do you know who it is?
You know who it is. I'm going to tell you one time who it is.
Jim
I'm not going to
Sisk.
tell you.
Check.
What is a fertility?
Thrill
thing?
of the treasure. They're talking about that rock and what it looked like.
Fertility symbol.
Yeah. Some have said it looked like a giant
3000
bottle
says
opener.
it looks like a Nixon.
It
kinda
looks like
did.
Nixon.
That profile, the Nixon profile. For those of you that are of a certain age, you would recognize it. Alan Kay says, it's a baby bird's mouth. You need to regurgitate food into the opening of the rock, and the secret passage will open.
Okay.
Oh, well, that kind of screws that whole Occam's razor thing.
See, Jack. He said Rio de los Pinos, everyone drink. So they remember it. We're going to have to make a video about that, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean Martinez, he agrees with me that it is indeed now in New Mexico. Oh, does that mean you found it, Sean Martinez?
Yeah, wasn't there Chris Kenzie, who's, I think she's in Illinois or Indiana. She's always writing. And she has these thoughts all through the day, and she's constantly writing me. I don't read the emails because they're just very short little things that she has. And she wrote me today about this special announcement that the treasure was found that was supposed to take place on July 20th. And I wrote her back, and I said, I don't know where you heard that rumor, but... And I gave her my standard, there's no evidence.
It's 6 days after that already.
Yeah, exactly.
And we haven't heard about it.
Maybe
Shelley's
true north
ideas are
or
much
some-
better. Hey,
Then what?
Thank you.
Then what is that supposed to mean? Much better than whose ideas?
everyone's.
I don't have ideas. That's why we can't find the treasure.
Joshua
I just-
Davidson and Sakar. Scott Douglas.
Jim Sisk in Oklahoma in the room.
Zuzi Say What? Wayne Ross.
I'm surprised there's no questions in the room.
Brian Eagle. Cheryl.
So Jim says, I think no paddle up your creek because the creek in reality is a train tracks. Just my opinion. That's what this is all about. Sooner or later, we're going to start expressing opinions as groups, as a group that stimulates somebody else's thoughts. I strongly recommend that everybody express their opinions freely about the treasure. or
About the treasure.
About the treasure.
Keep
Yeah.
those other opinions to yourself. We don't want them here.
Just
Full
keep
press.
it to the chase.
Thought y'all weren't searching. We aren't.
If you don't want
we
Mitzi
aren't going
to
to go
spank you
looking
with
for
her
it
big
until we
blue
get more
wrench.
information about where it is.
Yeah,
That's why we want you to express your opinions
express your
freely.
opinions on the treasure so we can go like, ooh, train tracks.
Allison Moyers.
Rio de los Pinos.
And then it popped up after I read Allison Moyers.
Sean
name.
says we're close. Educate Toby.
Yeah. He's kind of
He's,
playing with us, I think.
yeah, I think so too.
Mind games going on.
Mind game.
Stephen
the
Marilat, no
the-
treasure this trip. Next month, maybe. Okay, I'll take
Oh.
your name off of the
Movies
Rooster
from the
roster, Stephen Marilat.
I think we should play the Rooster thing.
Nope. For him.
Okay, this is for all the folks that come back to the room and say
walk
no,
of
not
shame?
this time. No, I don't want to give them the walk of
Oh,
shame.
okay.
If we did the walk of shame, we'd have to play it 32 times for me. For
Put a
God's
little
sake.
birdhouse in your soul. Mitchy Mitch is here.
Mitch. He's sober. Who was drunk last time?
Solito.
Solito. Against mats, we're bouncing around so much. Finding out what?
Kimberly Susie. Or Suzzy. There's two Z's. I'm not
Wait a
sure.
minute, Gypsy Kiss. Toby, did you once mention that you were going to start a new channel that discussed controversial topics, current events, politics,
It was
etc.?
too controversial.
Yeah.
They just shut it down. We were
Appar-
shut down by the
powers
audience.
that be. Yeah. Yeah, we,
Zoe the cat.
the problem with that channel is that the country is so polarized that you're simply going to pick up an audience that is on the same side of that thinking line as you. So we're happy where we are. We've got another channel where we have the softer side, and we're working on another channel called It's Not a Restoration, and we're just playing with some things because we have the time to do that.
William Hada. That's the one you just read. Okay.
Yeah.
Deep Thinker. Did you read that?
I didn't. What does he say?
Oh, I just kept saying his name. There's Allison Moyers. A paddle is rail terminology for a semaphore.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Do you know what the semaphore is?
No.
There's the little metal, I don't know how to describe them. They're how trains communicate with each other as they're going along the track. That a track is being switched to another angle, et cetera, et cetera. They come in different colors. And you lift them and turn them to indicate it. And
Is it on the ground or is it in the train?
No, it's on the ground.
Oh, okay.
It's on the ground. And it's how they decide which direction the track is going, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
Semaphores. Didn't know they were called paddles.
That was from Allison Moyers.
Did you say hi to Kevin?
Hi, honey. I said hi twice.
Okay.
I don't know if he's still in the room now. Boo boo. Mitzi is terrible. What? William, watch out. Mitzi's going to ban you.
William.
Anything from to North?
Yeah, we haven't heard from Tenor since last week.
We're a little worried now.
Yeah.
It's been weeks. Weeks
That's-
since we heard from to North. Weeks.
He's, I have saddlebags full of wrenches on my broom. Yeah, don't be messing with Mitzi. She flies a Nimbus Davidson. Let's see. What did Michael Wimmer? What is Michael Wimmer?
Put D.B. Cooper on the list for August.
Belva from New Orleans.
So for those of you who are new, we keep a rooster roster. Rooster roster is for those people who say they're going to find the treasure and bring it back. They know where it is, and they're
Yeah, Jack. I
going to
think
go get it.
Jack. I think that's what happened. I think Tenorth's friend left him high and dry.
And, you know, it's really difficult when you really believe in somebody and they let you down. And it's hard to go on.
What? Don't look at me like that. I'm the guy that always says, I'll take care of it.
You do.
And sometimes
That's
I do.
true. Yeah, that's just it. Sometimes.
Oh, come on. Sarah Kinzer says, honey. Honey's in the room.
Honey,
Oh, the other
bunny.
honey. She's in the Facebook room. Hi, Sarah.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Sarah says, hello, sweet people, in the Facebook room. Julie Waholtz is in the Facebook room, and she's asking who
Very good.
is it? I don't know who she's asking.
Who it is? Paul Wood. Lights have been flickering in Rio Rancho. The weather is bad.
Yeah. No.
We're just up the street from you, Paul.
Who's on the list? Who was on the list for July? Did you read that already?
I have
Wayne
not
Ross.
read it yet.
Oh, it's
Do you
Wayne
want to play
from-
the rooster video?
Yeah, let's play the rooster video.
All right.
I'm back.
Got another ka-ching from William.
William.
Frog is also what a train switch is called. The center part of a horseshoe is called frog.
Oh.
Frog is also something that you use to close your kimono, is it? Or
Not a kimono. The Japanese would never use a frog to close a kimono.
no, I mean it's like a little decorative thing that you like put it over a button.
Your cape, your clasp.
Yeah, it's like a clasp, but it's called a frog.
Okay, go ahead and read the
So,
July list.
lots of things are
That's getting
frogs.
close. There aren't
All
that
right.
many people. The June guys were the longest list. They
Yeah.
were nothing there.
So if I miss your name and you're still going out in July, let me know. Denise Baker, also known as Drawing Nigh. A Muse in the Craft Room, which we have not heard from this person since we put their name on the list, I think. Luis from Houston. He's disappeared. Zoe the cat is in the room. How about that, Zoe? Did you find the treasure? Let us know. To Narth, who also disappeared. Stephen Marilat, who just came in and said, nope, he didn't find it. So that's it for July.
So Jim Sisk says, a Gypsy Kiss, Toby, when Forrest said he made 2 trips from his car in one afternoon, I believe they were train trips, like on the Toltec and Cumbres Scenic Railroad. Your thoughts? That would be difficult on the Cumbres and Toltec because it leaves in the morning. It actually
yeah,
hits.
but you stop in the middle and then
Oh,
you
sure.
continue on. So that could be 2 trips.
Explain, Lucy. I don't see how you get 2 trips out of that.
Because you get off the train and have your lunch.
Run
That-
down
you're
and hide
done
the
with
treasure,
that trip.
and then get back on the train, and go back to Guchama or Antonito.
Well,
which-
I didn't know you expected me to
Oh, okay, all right,
explain
okay.
hiding the treasure. I just thought you meant, what does it mean 2 trips?
Jim, the problem with that theory, that, as Shelley points out, is that there is no the way the Cumbres and Toltec runs is it runs 2 trips a day, one from Chama to Antonito and one from Antonito to Chama. They meet in the middle at Osher Station for lunch, and so the whole 2 train trips concept would not work in one afternoon because it takes all day. It's an all-day thing.
2 Buckets Prospecting from Tombstone is leaving in the morning to go boots on the ground.
Yay! We're asking where he's going. Where are you searching?
What? Well, that's Tombstone is pretty far south Arizona, so I'm going to say New Mexico. I'm going to guess.
Sassy says, my search partner is boots on the ground next week. Shall we put you on the list, Sassy? Is she on the July
No.
list?
She's not on July list.
Ryan
no.
Matthews says, Gypsy's Kiss, have you ever talked about the Browns Canyon Solve in Colorado? Yes, we have an entire video of our trip to Browns Canyon in Colorado. Bunch of pictures, too. Yeah.
Captain Obvious.
It's not, there's a couple of places that are possible. It's very trafficked. It's a lot of traffic. Rafters, fishermen, campers, hikers. It's like being in Yellowstone.
Craig Carter, 99 cents.
For what? Do you have a
Uh,
question?
Probably because you get a free 99 cents and he said, hey, I'll give it to these guys.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. I'm just guessing. Zoe the cat says yes.
Yes, what?
I don't know.
You asked her if she was going in.
Well, I asked.
Oh,
if
you
they-
asked
if
her if she found the treasure.
She or he found the treasure. I
Oh.
don't know if that's a he or a she.
Okay, I've
Guess
got
it's
to
a
work out some compromise with
Donna
this headset and these
Lance
glasses because they keep slipping down my
Is
nose.
in the
a little bit.
room. Tony Rusi, I think I said maybe.
Is she any relation to Walter Lance?
Belva Jenkins, Chattanooga, August.
Oh, Belva's from Czech. Why did I say New Orleans?
Ryan Matthews. Have
Who's
you
from New
ever
Orleans?
talked to? Oh, yeah, you just read that. What? New Orleans.
Who's from New
That's Deborah Jensen.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Belva. I know you're from Chattanooga. Let's see. Sassy says, no, I am not a rooster. I don't know where the effing...
Not
I don't know
until
where the F the trust-
10:15.
Okay. Boards in the room. I think we should start. Is that the end of the list?
Zoe says not until 10:15.
Okay. Steve says, hi from Oregon.
What happened? I keep seeing Shelley is wearing the Smartie tonight.
Evelyn Curie says, most equestrians can recognize a horse apple. You know, they're called road apples, left by horses. I know. I hate horses. I don't hate horses. I just think they're all that. They just think they're all that.
Who is?
Horses.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No. Okay, let's go to some text messages from
Sharon is here.
630. Don't forget, if you're going to send us a text message, please. I have your phone number, but I don't have your name and the location from whence you are writing.
Toby, ever consider applying the poem clues to road names in West Yellowstone? Works out really good.
Oh, good. I don't think
Well,
it's
we'll
in
be up
West
there
Yellowstone.
in
we'll find out.
September.
Send us your solution for Yellowstone. We'll try it out when we're up there.
September.
So
11th.
630 says, Novice searchers study here. Do train tracks end at the entrance to Yellowstone in Gardner, Montana, where warm waters halt? No, there is no track that goes into the north entrance.
When will you both go boots on the ground again, and in what state? Don't let the summer slide. We are going to take a nice long trip in September, but
we're not gonna, it's not gonna
unless the treasure just jumps out at us while we're on our trip. We're not going to worry about it.
I don't think
We're there to see people
Sassy,
and have fun.
apparently you and I don't agree on anything, so I'm not sure if I can have you as my guest host on it because we just want to fight about everything.
Hey,
What?
you want debate.
Yeah, that's a good
Right?
point. Well, she wants to debate about stupid horses.
Wow.
Okay.
This is the best you could do, and you were in debate club?
Yeah.
Forensics, they used to call it.
Forensics.
Yeah.
It did. National Forensic Society.
So
do they still have the National
You
Forensic
come up
Society?
with what? You don't just say, you're stupid. Horses are dumb. Is that how you do a debate?
No, that's not how you do a debate.
Okay. I didn't think so.
I did a significant amount of research into the intelligence quotient in horses, and their intelligence quotient is very, very low.
But they woo.
But they love you. They're like teddy bears. They don't. They will bite your face off if you're not paying attention. This is from area code 909. Hello, kids. 0 from California. I emailed you guys last week with a question
That's
about
right.
what clue you believe could be in the Thrill of the Chase. You stated that you don't believe there is a clue in the book. No, I didn't say that. I said that the clues in the Thrill of the Chase are the 9 clues in the poem. Fenn has never indicated there's additional clues in the Thrill of the Chase. You mentioned that Forrest had said that there were hints in the book. He said there were a couple of hints and a couple of aberrations around the edges. I was wondering if the chapter Important Literature on page 11, paragraph 3, where Forrest says that if Robert Redford had ever written anything, he probably could have done it better than the guy who wrote that Gatsby book. We know that Robert Redford did write Outlaw Trails, and so does Fenn. Do you guys think that this could be a hint or just a red herring?
We did a show about that
We did a show about
back
that.
in 2017.
Yeah, take a look at it. It's called,
And then you'll know our opinion.
right, because we expressed it on that program.
Yeah. But if you followed the Outlaw Trail and ended up at the Green River, we've seen pictures from on the ground of that area, and it is not fenny. It is almost deserty. It's very
it's
or plains.
yeah, it's
you
high,
know, it's
flat plains, grass growing plains.
not attractive.
Yeah.
It's not green, although they call it Green River.
Uh-oh.
And Cheryl, thank you. It's actually like a washable silk.
What, are you getting compliments on your blouse?
Mm-hmm. She asked if it was velvety.
Oh, so you can wear velvety blouses and I can't wear silk ties.
This isn't a velvety blouse. It's a washable silk.
Oh.
We also have Homer Brown in the room.
Homer
they have a
Brown.
cheap gas mask for sale on eBay. I don't know why we need a gas mask.
Wait. So, because...
Shelley's funny, says Jack. I agree. Jillian Clayton. Hi, new here. I thought of West Yellowstone street names as well, but can't figure out where or what the home of Brown or where Warm Waters Halt would be. The painted buffaloes around town are interesting, though.
I don't know what you do with that. Even if you could make the street names in West Yellowstone, how does that... I'm going to do a Shelley here. How does that get you closer to the treasure?
Yeah, especially when it's in New Mexico. Milan Fenner. Hey, Britt Chaser's here. Britt
What,
Chaser.
Mr. Chaser? Yes, the 20th. Yes, we'll do something. Just get
The
here.
20th, is that a Monday or a Tuesday?
I
or
can't
what?
remember. I think it's a Tuesday.
Oh,
But he
'cause
wants to go
Monday
to the.
would work better.
Well, he wants to go to the petroglyphs on the 20th. So I don't know. What I don't know is, Jono.
Monday would work best for us
When are
because
you gonna
Kevin's
be
off
here?
on Mondays.
Yeah,
and,
Kevin's off on Monday,
in
so we do
August.
barbecue, and then I could take you to petroglyphs on Tuesday.
And we've
if there's
already
the-
invited Cynthia no matter what day it is.
Yeah,
So she'll be here.
Cynthia's going to be here, and I got a couple of other friends. Okay, so this is
You
from.
got a couple other
I got a
friends
couple of other
besides
friends,
Cynthia.
yeah. That's it.
Cynthia is one of his only friends.
4 friends.
Yeah. You're only allowed so many.
Yep. So this is from George. Let's hear what George has to say.
Okay.
Hi, Toby. It's me, George. I just had a question. What do you think about this? Do you think that the poem could have actually 2 or more solves? I mean, 2 places on the map where the correct solve would fit? Or do you think it would just have just one specific place? Because I'm wondering, if you get one place right, could there be another place that the poem would solve also? Like two different places, 2 different places on the map that the poem could refer to. All right, I just wondered about this, what you think about it. And thanks for your time. Bye.
George, I can't
Before
imagine.
it goes by, Copper Dan says, "Howdy, my dad and I are searching near West Yellowstone as we speak.
Oh, good.
In the dark, apparently."
Apparently. George, I can't imagine there would be any logic to having the poem lead to 2 different locations because only one has a treasure in it. That means the other location doesn't, and that would just frustrate people, and they would say that the treasure was... No. The answer is no. It's one... It describes one trip to one location.
Charles Chapman says, "Toby est sans cravat."
Yeah. Yeah, you missed the beginning of the show, Charles. Thank you. Thank you for...
We've decided not to be
bringing
so
back-
intimidating. We want to be friendlier.
No. We didn't decide. Shelley's
Yes, we did.
mentor.
I told you could wear anything you wanted,
Yeah.
just not a tie on my show. But you can wear whatever you want on this show.
Next week I'm gonna wear a fluorescent lime green
T-shirt.
T-shirt. Yeah. Hi, Tony. This is the guy that needed Jason's phone number, so I called him back. There we go. Let's see. We have 2 from Yes. Okay. This is from Rafael from Rio Rancho.
Hello, Mr. Toby. How you doing, sir? This is Rafael Perla. I just really like your show, though I've seen it every day. And I never got the opportunity to talk, though. I just a real good fan of the treasure, and all that stuff. I believe you guys going to be in Santa Fe today in the Mercado. I couldn't hear right the other day. I have probably passed by there and talk a little bit, and I just want to meet you guys and say hello, Okay, man, my phone number is... Say hello, please, to Mrs. Carey. And good night. Bye-bye.
So that's the hello to Mrs. Shelley.
Oh,
So,
hello.
Rafael, we are going to be, I am going to be in Santa Fe.
Mañana.
Let's see more. So I'm going to be in Santa Fe tomorrow for the Spanish market, the annual Spanish market, because my 2 eldest children are Spanish colonial artists, and they have a booth on the southwest corner. If anybody's going to be in Santa
If
Fe
it
tomorrow,
hasn't blown away tonight.
go down to the plaza and visit all the Spanish artists. There's 250 artists represented, and 2 of them are my children. So, and Jason they're both 5th generation artists in the Spanish Colonial Art Society. So that gene that passed right from through me, right from my mother straight into my children. I didn't get a bit of that creativity thing, artistic thing. Let's see. Candy in Nevada says, I like the ties, not intimidated. Thank
He
you.
wants, Mitzi Moore wants Raphael to say, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Raphael, call the voicemail and say, because that's what it sounds like, huh? Okay, 719, can I get out of jail? Yes, send an email to a Gypsy's Kiss.
Britt Chaser says, he did. Britt Chaser says,
Oh, he did?
Monday the 19th, good for us, 20th petroglyphs.
Okay, Monday the 19th, barbecue, 20th petroglyphs. I'm good with that.
All right.
Let me
and
let
he
this
wants
guy
to know
out
if
of-
Jason would be able to come.
to the barbecue
Booty.
or to the petroglyphs. I don't know.
Probably to the barbecue.
The barbecue. I'm going to invite Jason and a couple of other people. There are a couple of the people that I'm inviting are not actually chasers, but they are one of
Party friends.
They're the few good friends.
bring
that
the
I have in
party.
life. I don't have a lot of friends. I can
They bring the
count
party.
the number of friends on that hand right there, like that.
He could bring the music because, he's a musical kind of guy.
Oh, Jason, yeah, Jason. Jason plays the guitar. He's very
Hey,
talented.
and Sue plays the flute, right?
Oh, she does. Yeah.
They could jam out on
Maybe
it.
they could jam that whole. What's that guy's name that played the flute back in the '60s? There was a flute rocker. He was a flautist. Yeah, come on, guys. The guy that was the flautist rocker back in the, I think it was '60s, maybe '70s. Had a funny name.
A funny name.
You guys will come up with it.
Gistero.
Gistero. Don Davidson, Toby, you can be my friend. Thank you.
Aw.
Thank you, Don.
I can be your friend.
I tried to make a
can
Facebook
be
page,
your
but the only
friend.
people that showed up were
La,
my
la.
family, so I gave up.
What? No, you kicked everybody else off. You liar.
This is from area code 610.
Zamfir. They all say Zamfir.
No, it was a rocker, and he played the flute.
Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull. That's it.
Ian Anderson.
No, Jethro Tull. That's what I was remembering. Zamfir played the pan flute.
Oh yeah.
Jethro Tull
Kenny
played,
G. No, he was.
he plays the
the alto sax. or
alto
something.
sax, something like that. Yeah. Sherry from Pennsylvania. She says, "Hi, Toby and Shelley. Loved the pozole at Fenndango. By the way, thanks and nice to meet you both. Pick to follow. Just wanted to let you know we both said tonight, oh, is the show on yet? We couldn't wait. Then we cracked open a bottle of wine to enjoy Fenndango like we do every Friday. You know who? This is the one that sent us the picture, the video of them watching us on the. They were out barbecuing at their home.
Oh yeah.
And they had us projected on their garage wall. Like, whoa. I asked her if it made their neighbors mad. Like we do every Friday, we don't have cable or watch movies, but we sure look forward to seeing you guys twice a week. Anyway, just wondering when you think the waters out west will recede to normal this year. Also, Shelley, what are your thoughts on how far away from Santa Fe is too far? You answer that first, and I'll tell them about the waters.
More than a 90-minute drive.
That's too far.
It's
More
too
than
far.
a 90-minute drive. Okay. And as far as the waters are concerned, we're still the runoff on the Rio Grande seems to have receded, and the waters receded. What movie is that?
Ask Google. She likes to quote from movies.
and the waters receded. It was a president. He was a president. It was after there was a big. Anyway, so the waters are receding. And I would give it till, usually I would be surprised to tell you to wait till the end of July. But I think by the end of July, everything will be back to normal in terms of end of summer. It was just a long runoff because we had so much snow.
Jim
Yeah.
Sisk sent us a poem.
Oh, we did?
If love could talk for just one day, my love for this hunt would have so much to say. I like this hunt, as you should know. Thank you, Fenn. Way to go.
Wow. I wonder if anybody else in the room could top that. Let's see your poetic skills out there, room. Okay, it is the 8:30 hour.
Richard Hunter wants to know, do you think a searcher can study the poem at home, draw an X on a map, and go directly to the chest?
No. We think from home you can find Warm Water Salt and Canyon Down, maybe not too far, but too far to walk, but you're in the same boat as the little girl in India. Okay, 866-597-9901. That's 866-597-9901. Phone lines are open. Call us and let us know what you think about this dadgummed treasure hunt.
There once was a Fenn from Temple Tucket. Brian Eagle. Started a limerick there.
Scott Douglas at Gypsy Kiss. It is possible. What is possible? You don't know what
The
possible.
sassy. Roses are red, violets are blue. I don't have the chest, but neither do you.
You know what, Sassy? I am, just for that, I am going to give you Crazy Birds, because Crazy Birds are cool. Oh, we didn't play the text message there.
No, you didn't. That's okay.
Let's do Crazy Birds,
Yeah,
just for
class.
Sassy. Did you see George's? George wrote a poem. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am schizophrenic, and so am I.
I think that Crazy Birds video was for him.
Yeah, it could have been. Scott Douglas, to find the area from an armchair. Yeah, well, I don't think you can find it from an armchair. I think you can get a head start, and I think you can come up with some metaphors, some of the solutions to the metaphors in the poem, but I don't think you find it without being boots on the ground.
BOTG.
Or BOTG.
Is the phone lines open?
Phone lines are open.
Did you play the phone lines are
I
open
haven't played
video?
the phone lines are open.
That's why
Maybe
they don't
why.
call.
Hello.
Hello?
Who's there? I'm talking. Hello.
Hello. Who is this?
You know what this is.
You know who this is.
You know
Cheryl
who
says
it
to
is.
put her down for treasure retrieval July of 2024, the summer after I retire.
I don't know if we're even going to be around by then. Because the treasure's going to be found in
Treasure's going to be found by
2023.
2023, according to our. So did I just get a text message?
According
okay.
to Nate
the
Silver, isn't it? Nate Silver?
Follow up from Sherry.
said
Sherry from
that?
Pennsylvania. We're not the ones who projected you guys on a wall.
Oh.
We're the ones in the pic I just sent. So,
Oh, there's a
Sherry,
phone call.
tell her to. She has to send the picture to a Gypsy's Kiss because we can't get them on the smart line.
I think she just heard you.
Okay, hang on.
Send them to our email, which will come
Hello?
across.
Hi, hold on just a sec. Hold on just a sec. Go ahead.
We'll come across in a moment. I was just reading what you wrote in the
Sherry,
call there.
send the picture to our email address. It'll go in the crawl above. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on this frustrating treasure hunt?
Hi, this is Michael Wimmer calling from Ohio. How are you guys?
Hey, Michael Wimmer. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good to hear it.
Hey, I was wondering, and I tried to send you this question in the room. Can you just give a brief interpretation of what the double omegas is? Just in a couple sentences. I don't want to take up everybody's time. I'm just a little frustrated with that.
So I know you asked. It's obvious to me that this is something very important to you and perhaps even your solution. But so I think I'm going to
And to some
disappoint
other
you.
people as well.
Yeah, and to some other people as well. I'm going to disappoint you when because I believe that the omega symbol is a colophon, a way to embellish a book with a personalized mark. I do not believe that the omega symbols have anything to do with finding the treasure. So I'm sorry.
Oh, they don't have anything to do with it. Okay.
I'm
not
not
disappointed
that,
at all.
Michael, I want to clarify. That is my opinion. And
Oh, sure.
so what I want to do is express. I want to be able to tell you my opinion and qualify it by saying I could be wrong as hell because I don't have the treasure.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Qualifications aren't always necessary, but
Yeah.
maybe there's some reason. But,
No,
well, thank you very much.
I stick my parameter, my dominating philosophy is based on a hypothesis of Forrest Fenn died in December of 2010. And I have to ask myself, if he had died in December of 2010, what would I have? I'd have the book and I'd have the poem. There wouldn't be any Moby Dickens.
Okay.
There wouldn't be any. I'd have the book and I'd have the poem.
I hear you. It's easy to go down all sorts of rabbit holes with any thought that you have, and
Yeah.
it looks like I'm doing it every day. But no, I saw
Oops, we lost him. Are you there, Michael?
and all that.
Oh,
He's back.
Did you lose me?
for a
Just
second.
for a second there.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
I was going to say I'm not because of what I've watched on your show and a few others. I'm not really doing ciphers.
Yeah.
Because the double omega kept coming up in a lot of stuff. So, and then
Yeah.
I saw a geographical point that had 2 O's, and I thought, am I missing something?
Yeah, no, I would say that if I was following my my imaginary map, looking for the treasure, deciphering Fenn's clues into physical landmarks, and I came upon the blaze, and the blaze happened to consist of 2 omega-shaped rock arches, I would eat my hat at that point, but it sounds like a bit of a stretch to me.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you, and let's find some treasure. Let's keep it up.
Yeah, that's how we feel about it. If we keep knocking this around, sooner or later,
All right.
we'll make some headway.
Great.
All right, Michael, thank
Okay,
you for
talk to
calling
you
in
soon.
tonight.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Richard Hunter says double omegas appear after a poem in $17 a square inch that Forrest wrote for Eric Sloan, so I think this other book can help find the chest. Steve says double omega might be symbolic, like father, son, beginning, end, but it's not in the poem.
The double omegas, it's alpha and omega that's the beginning and the end, not double omegas. Hi, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on this funny little treasure hunt?
Hey, Toby and Shelley, this is Kurt Nichols. First time listening to your show. Enjoy it.
Oh, thank you. We're glad that you joined us, Kurt.
Yeah, this is how I stumbled upon this was I was actually in Albuquerque for some training for a different job for the summer. I'm normally a programmer.
Uh-huh.
And I was in Santa Fe having some chill time at the casino. And somehow I was looking for a room to rent for the night, and I met a man, and he told me about Fenn's treasure. And he's been hunting for it for quite some time.
Did he give you a name?
And so that's Tom Hardy.
Oh, don't recognize it. I thought maybe I'd recognize it.
And so he actually lives out there full time and using whatever means he can to search. But no, this is very, very interesting. I like it when the way that Forrest did this, because yes, it gives everybody a chance to get out in the outdoors, get away from the screens, the computer screens, the phones. I think that was a good call on his part. And I go back to our first conversation online. I think that it's somewhere nearby his home in Santa Fe. That's what my gut tells me as a programmer. It's what my logic tells me. I know that people want to reference the Wyoming. I watched your other podcast from last week.
Uh-huh.
And that one incline that you showed going up that hill,
Yeah,
that'd be real hard for him to go up on a bike.
right.
He would have to have somebody help him, drive him in a 4x4 or something to get up that hill. So I'm looking at this from a practical standpoint and a logistical standpoint. The man has the money. He has, the methods, the means to do whatever he wants to do. But if he's anything like my father, my dad's 82 now, he's probably kindly stubborn and wants to do everything himself.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So you have to think, how can this man carry this treasure? And some people suggested to me 2 trips on a bike, and that makes sense. So you have to think how he gets, he drives a car down the hill and how can he get a bike to a certain spot without, falling over a log and hurting himself or anything like that. So I think you have to look at everything from a 500-foot view and then try and zoom in like you're looking at a Word document and then try and start piecing it together. And that's what I'm trying to start to do right now. But no, I think it's very, very neat that one person did this. It's sad that people have lost their lives over it, but that could be human error, bears, or whatever. But I think it's pretty neat of the man to do that.
So we agree with you. We think it was brilliant on his part because it accomplished a lot of different goals with one simple move. When people bring up the bike thing about he could travel on a bike and paddle, etc., the simple fact of the matter is, I don't know whether you've done any mountain biking. I did when I was younger. I wouldn't. I'm 70, and I wouldn't go mountain biking now, simply because my reflexes aren't what they were, 20 years ago, and mountain biking, you can't go up there. If you take something other than a high performance mountain bike, it's going to be a mess, and you're eventually going to fall, and you're going to do some damage to yourself and probably the bike. And so I don't imagine that was in the mind of an 80-year-old, right? It wasn't the kind of thing that he was thinking about. To me, it makes sense that a healthy 80-year-old could hike a couple of miles, maybe 3 miles total over the 4 trips in an afternoon. Because that makes sense in terms of in terms of my experience in the field, right, being boots on the ground, but in hiking and camping, I'd feel comfortable saying that if I had to make a trip, I'd even go like 5 miles total, right, 2 or 4 1.25 mile trips in an afternoon, because I know I could hike in the mountains. I could hike at least 5 miles in an afternoon. As a matter of fact, I could hike more than that. But his objective was to hike the treasure, and to me, I don't see why you need a bike to do that. I think you could have done it fine just by walking. And I think he could have done it fine just by walking. And I could never imagine any intelligent 80-year-old suggesting to himself, I'm going to do this on a bike. I just don't.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, too risky for injury. And then I read somewhere,
especially
something about an elevation of 1,400 feet.
Well, no. It's above 5,000 feet and below 10,200 feet.
Okay, so that makes sense.
There are mountain bikes trails up there, but again, that's not the kind of thing you could that an 80-year-old would do.
And then he mentions about where you don't have to walk too far, so that's one of the clues. Like he drives the car as far as he can go.
Yeah.
And then he gets out. So that's a very, very clear indicator. Now I wanted to ask again.
Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, quick question, and then I need to go to the next
call. For your last podcast.
Yeah.
Sure. Has anybody found the chest? Has that been confirmed yet?
No. As of this moment, there is no credible evidence that the poem has been solved, that the treasure has been recovered, or that the treasure has been retrieved.
And I would think that Mr. Fenn would be smart enough to put in a GPS device or something, to where he would know if it had been moved. Wouldn't you think? Yeah,
we've had that debate before. You got to remember, this was 2010. It was a low-tech solution. It's a bronze chest with gold in it. The likelihood of finding a GPS device that would have batteries that would last that long without a solar panel,
right,
et cetera, he thought this thing was going to last 100 years, right? He set it up so that it would last.
It's been there for 9 years.
Yeah, it's been there for 9 years. He imagined it to last 100 at least, and sometimes he said 1,000. Right? There's no GPS device that has either solar power or nuclear power that's going to last that long. It's just not.
And before I leave, I wanted to say hi to Shelley. You do have an awesome voice. Please keep using it.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Thanks for calling tonight.
Have a great evening.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for your time.
Feel free to call in the future.
For those
You were
of
gonna
you
say
who
something?
enjoy my voice, please do check out The Softer Side at thesofterside.live and subscribe. We have a live show currently every Wednesday and Friday at 4 p.m. Next Friday, I'm going to be starting a new type of show because I'll be out of town, so it'll be a pre-recorded video, and I'll be telling stories. It's storytelling therapy and life coaching, so I hope you'll check that out.
All at once. So who's... Oh, okay. All right. Area code 719, I'll take care of it after tonight's show, okay? Because I have to open up a bunch of screens that I can't get to, but I'll take care of it after tonight's show. All right. Phone lines are open. We have enough time for, I think, one more call, depending. So, yeah, lots of talk about the treasure. I'm glad we're having the drawing nigh. Is that
Warm leatherette? What?
drawing nigh? Fenn has his own satellite babysitting the treasure, in my opinion. Yeah, like we could afford that. Aboard wants you to sing.
Davio wanted me to say warm leatherette.
Warm leatherette.
I don't
Say it
even
like
know
that.
why.
Say, warm leatherette.
Warm
Whisper it.
leatherette.
Do some ASMR. Warm leatherette.
Give it a try. Thanks,
Just
Zoe.
one more call. Come on,
If
man.
you guys want to hire me,
Jack,
let me know.
we got to go to bed because I have to go to Santa Fe tomorrow. Let's see any.
And I get to drive through this storm.
Linda Stark. What if there was a landing strip and you flew to it? That's all possible. We have not.
We watched a video a couple weeks ago about a guy who thought where warm
pinpointed-
waters halt meant the sky.
Yeah.
So he reasoned that he
context
flew
was-
out of the sky and had a landing strip, and he went to a landing strip out in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
It wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
But it's a cute video. I don't remember what it was called now. But it was a documentary style,
so
about 20 minutes long.
Richard Hunter says, why do you think Forrest won't disclose if the chest is buried or not? How might the answer to that question help us arrive at the chest? I don't think it does. I don't think it's buried. And the reason I don't think it's buried is, as I've said in the past, it increases the problem by an order of magnitude. Because now if it's buried in the ground, you're not talking a two-dimensional surface. If you place it in a niche in a rock, you're dealing with a two-dimensional surface. If you add that third dimension of depth, then you got a whole different problem. And I just can't imagine that would be in the benefit of the search to believe that it was buried. Plus, that means you've got to start digging up stuff. And most of the places where this has the potential to be buried, like BLM lands, forest lands, state lands, you start digging up any national park anybody. If you believe it's buried, you cannot possibly believe it's in Yellowstone, because those two things are counterintuitive. You can't look for buried treasure in Yellowstone and not get in trouble. And he says we're not going to get in trouble. Davio says, I can dig it, man. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? What's the name of
Calm
that?
down.
The Warriors. Do you remember that movie?
No,
Great movie.
I didn't see it.
It's probably before your time.
Probably because I'm so young. I'm like, what?
No.
20.
I think the Warriors were when I think I watched it the first time when I was in my 20s. When was the Warriors made, guys? For those of you who are of a certain age. Okay.
It's not that I'm too young. It's that it's a guy thing.
What's a guy thing?
The movie.
Oh. I don't know. I think a girl might have enjoyed it. Certainly the woman I took on a date to watch it.
Was
Actually,
it
that's
Mary
not
Jane
true.
Bandy?
No, it was Nancy Jane. Nancy Jane.
I'm sorry,
Bandy.
Nancy Jane.
Nancy Jane.
Mary Jane is
Nancy Jane
marijuana.
Bandy. We used to drive around in my pickup truck. Hey, you reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling from? And what's your observation on Toby's old pickup truck?
It's LR from Texas.
Hey, LR. How are you doing?
Doing good. I asked you about the mathematical algorithms or whatever about the poem.
Yes. Yeah.
Let me throw one your way if I could.
Okay.
Okay, if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, that equals 10. There are 4 lines, 6 stanzas. 4 and 6 is 10. And this is for Shelley. Does she know what the tarot card 10 means?
The tarot card number 10. Well,
It's a completion.
The completion, yeah. Anytime you use, so in the 4 suits, the 10th card of cups, of swords, of coins, and of, what's the last one?
Cups, swords,
coins, and wands.
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 Yeah. Wands or rods.
The 10 is the 10 of each of those suits is some form of completion, depending on what the suit is.
Right. Well, I'm looking at it, and this is what it says. The Tarot 10 is the card of the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel symbolizes the beginning of a new cycle. That's what Shelley said. And then the next line says, it may also indicate receiving an unexpected fortune.
The Wheel of Fortune. That's in the major arcana.
Mm-hmm.
I thought when you said 10, I thought you were talking about the minor. But yeah, you're right. That's what it all describes.
So anyway, working on that one. I'll get back with you. Y'all have a great weekend.
Well, LR, thanks for calling in and sharing that. I thought that's an interesting point, and glad you're working on it. And I hope you'll let us know if you get some result of it. If it leads you kind of in another direction.
Sure, I'll let you know.
All right. You have a good evening.
All right, out.
Take care. Debbie Teal, yes, that was the movie about the gangs in New York. Do you feel it? Find that line. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Let's see. I think it was 1977 that the Warriors came out. 1977. How old were you in 1977?
14.
Oh, that's not bad. You might have seen it. I don't think it's the kind of movie your mother would have let you go see, though.
It wasn't my type of movie.
1977. I was already out of the service at that point.
I probably was seeing Grease and movies of that nature.
Grease.
Yeah. Musicals and stuff girls like. I Want to Hold Your Hand and fun movies, and romantic movies.
Oh, Jack says no, 1979. Sassy was 15 when it came out. Yeah, The Warriors. It's about the gangs of New York, and it was kind of it had a lot of future stars in it. That's what I remember about it. A lot of the future stars were in it. It's kind of it's a classic hero's story, ups and downs, surviving it. But it was all based on this theme of the gangs of New York. I thought it was very cool. I didn't even know there were those kind of gangs in New York. I thought it was fictional. The other one I like is that was very much like that was something of fire. Fire with
Chariots of Fire.
No, not Chariots of Fire. This was another gangster, but it was a fictional town. Something fire. I gotta remember what that. I like that one too.
Well, I can't find the comment now, but it was back your ways, and somebody said something nice to you.
For a change.
It was.
Tell me it was Jack. Just say Jack said something nice.
I don't know who it was. I can't remember. I think
and
it was
you
a
lost
woman,
it?
a female.
Oh.
But they were saying, thank you, Toby, for the Moby Dickens video, which is the best video about Fenn there is.
Thank you. That's very kind and thoughtful. It was absolute.
Sorry, I'm forgetting who it was, but I think it was a female name.
Sherry says she sent the picture in the mail. Let's take a look, see if we can find it. She says, "This is us with you." Oh, I remember Sherry. Okay, so this is the picture of us at Fenndango with Sherry from Pennsylvania. Sherry. Is that correctly pronounced? Shari?
Sherry.
Sherry.
Sherry, baby.
So, you know what?
What?
That was the first
Sherry,
popular
baby.
rock song that I that was like, oh, look, I'm a teenager. Like I got rock and roll. Because Elvis was before my time. Okay.
That's
I
not
got
what
him.
I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
It would be like young Toby the teenager getting excited by a song and going, "Oh, look, I'm a teenager."
Oh, I must be a teenager. This popular music is turning me on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, there's Sherry and Mr. Sherry and the beautiful Shelley Carney and this somewhat rotund Toby. Actually, I've lost some weight, guys. I haven't lost.
Nobody
never mind.
called you rotund but you.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you talking to yourself?
Yes, that's self-talk.
Yeah.
That's self-talk. I'm actually as thin as a wire.
Just say, I am healthy.
I'm healthy. I am healthy. I got to say that. I am healthy and happy.
Wealthy
so.
and wise.
So, well, I'm not quite wealthy, but.
Why not?
Sassy says, yes, I inspired a whole generation of men. Sherry. Oh, Sherry. Yeah, you did. I'm trying to remember what my first dance was to.
Clockwork Orange.
Oh, no. Clockwork
What?
Orange. No, that was the gangs of London. That was crazy.
Trial by Fire.
Look, Sherry's making Toby stand at attention. Okay, let's not push it that far, guys. Okay, hey, guess what time it is? Oh, rats.
Time for one more
Oh,
phone call
it's
from the Kinzers.
No, this is not the Kinzers.
Oh.
Sorry. We know we're answering this call because we think it's the Kinzers, but we know it. Hey, you've reached Toby and Shelley. What's your name? Where are you calling
Hello?
from? Hello. Who is this?
Hi,
Hi.
this is Chris.
Hey, Chris. How are you doing?
I'm Chris from Bayfield, Colorado.
Hey, Chris. How are you doing? You sound like you're in very good
I'm good.
spirits.
How are you?
Very good. Thank you for calling in. What you got on the Fenn treasure hunt?
Well, I'm reconsidering the 90-mile theory.
I hadn't heard the 90
The
mile
90
theory.
miles.
Could you briefly
Well,
describe
I mean, he says he goes in an afternoon, and you could probably do this 90 miles.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he says?
No. That was Shelley's theory. Shelley's theory is that when
Well,
asked.
I agree with Shelley. Doesn't he say that though?
Oh yeah, he's never said
That
that.
he-
No.
No. It's just me.
That's Shelley. That's Shelley putting words in Forrest Fenn's
Hi,
mouth.
Shelley.
Sorry.
But he didn't say no.
Well, I like it.
Yeah, no.
I like the 90-mile theory because you got to think about it. If he drove from Santa Fe, 90 miles, that's 60 miles an hour. That's an hour and a half.
Yep.
And no one's ever doing that, right?
No, not in New Mexico.
If you go all the way, through Chama and over the pass and and back down to Osier, that puts you at like 4 hours each way, right?
No. If you're going from Santa Fe to, so we've measured it. If you're driving from Santa Fe to Rio de los Pinos using the Colorado Northern Approach.
Rio de los Pinos.
Rio de los Pinos. It's a 2-hour drive.
Yes. No, it's not. It's 2 hours just to get to Chama.
From Santa Fe?
we don't go through Chama.
We don't go through Chama.
Well, if you do it like beeline it, at 60 miles an hour and driving the speed limit it is, but if you're driving there just for the hell of it, you're going to stop and get coffee and hang out. And he's not in any big rush, right?
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. So if you drive from Santa Fe through Espanola and up north through
Antonito.
past to Antonito and then west to 103.
Oh, so you come in from the Antonito side down on the bottom of the canyon.
Yes. No. We go to Antonito.
Oh, you go to where we all go in, okay, over by Magote or whatever.
Yes,
right, exactly.
Magote.
Yeah. So you can get from
Okay,
Santa
and then
Fe.
you take him at 105 or
103.
whatever all the way back?
103.
103, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Two
well,
hours.
I mean, still, though, that's a long drive, isn't it?
No, it's a reasonable drive when you figure out he spent all day doing it. So think of this. He leaves home at 9 o'clock. He's at the Rio de los Pinos by noon. He spends the afternoon making 2 trips hiding the treasure, and he drives home, and he's time for dinner.
So that's a couple hours.
Yeah, so and he drives home.
Okay. Yeah, I get you. I actually did what you one up. I thought he would leave at 6 in the morning because he had his breakfast and left.
Yeah, no. I think he
So I
got
was
up.
giving you six.
I think he got up, had a casual breakfast with Peggy, said, "I'm going to go up north for some fishing," and packed his Jeep
Yep.
and went on his way.
Okay, thank you, because I thought it was too far, and I've been looking in that area forever. Well, for 3 years, and I came to the conclusion the other day that it's just too far for him to do it.
Nope.
And I was the one that called in about the sedan.
Yeah. We've made that trip more than once, and we know exactly how long it takes.
Okay, so did you figure out the sedan question I had?
Yeah, no. So to me, you remember you're the one that said the sedan has 3 very distinct boxes, right?
Yeah,
it has
compartments or whatever.
Compartments, one for the motor, one for the passengers, and one for the luggage.
Correct.
But my argument is that a sedan, described in the dictionary, says it is a 4-door vehicle with 3 A, B, and C pillars. And if you look at a Wagoneer from the side,
that's true. Then
it fits.
Yep, I agree with that.
So I think the sedan.
So a Jeep would have that as well. Is what you're saying.
The Jeep
or
Wagoneer.
A 4-wheel drive vehicle.
Yeah, the Jeep Wagoneer could be a sedan.
Okay, yeah.
Because a sedan doesn't. There is no part of the definition of sedan that says how many wheels are driven. Okay, we got to get going.
Do you remember I don't know where I read this, but somebody said that there used to be a plane called a sedan?
Yes, there is a type of plane made in the Aeronica. Aeronica was made in the 1930s. That was referred to as, they had a version called a sedan. And it too had the 3 pillars and 4 seats with 2 doors. 4 doors, 2 doors on each side. Aeronica.
Well, I'm having a hard time hearing you guys. I might just hang up and listen to you guys go for a little while. I hope you guys stay going for a while.
Well,
I'm having a hard time hearing you. So
if you hang up right now, you'll be able to hear this conversation.
Okay. Oh yeah, right now, because I'm like a little delay there. That's kind of cool.
Exactly. All right, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thanks for everything. Bye.
Bye. So that's the person who I mistakenly gave Brad and Sarah's phone number to.
Yeah,
that's why it shows up as Brad. Well, it's too late. I can't change it now.
Yeah, you have to.
Phone lines are closed.
Did you delete it?
I didn't. I guess I should. Huh?
No, just change the name to his name.
No, I know what you're saying. Let's see.
Chris, right?
Maybe we should just take some time off from each other. It's not you, it's me. It's what I'm going through.
Now, wait a minute. Just hold on.
Bye-bye.
Is this a fake hang-up?
Bye-bye. No, what you're telling me is I have to delete the whole thing. And the reason is, if I get to 1,000 phone numbers, it tries to load that into the car. And I lose the people that I care about.
Okay.
Not that I don't care about everybody. Rowdy
yeah,
Yates.
we have so many friends.
Roll 'em. Keep those doggies rolling. Ride.
Hey. So.
That's how, baby. That's how Mitzi. And.
Hey guys, thanks for being here tonight, for all your great questions, comments, and super chat. We appreciate you. And we look forward to seeing you again next week on Wednesday for Hump Day Hoedown. And for Gypsy's Kiss, I'm Shelley Carney.
And I'm Toby Younis. Thanks for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you guys being in the room. Special thanks to our moderators who really do a great job of keeping it upbeat in this baby. Be safe. If you guys are in Santa Fe tomorrow at the Spanish Market, look me up or go hang out with Toby.
Share your umbrella.
With Sean and Jason. And they're in the southwest corner near the Five and Dime. Five and Dime has the best Frito pies in Santa Fe. Enjoy them. All right? We love you guys.